Hi, we're back. DramaCompanion. I have to do my lessons for tomorrow, so I'm going to use DramaCompanion. This is a tool that I built. It's for drama teachers, theater teachers, and each day when I plan, I use the tool, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So join me in creating a lesson plan for theater teachers where I can use it in the classroom, production ready. A lot has changed in the website, so let's explore. Let's start out with a lesson. I want to teach some tableau. We haven't done it in a little while. Tableau with status and characterization. Why is characterization? Characterization. Okay. We're going to go to filters. We're going to be exclusive. We're going to 60-minute lesson, middle school, intermediate, advanced. I've had them for a little while. We're going to create. We're going to do ensemble. We're going to do some improvisation. We want to have some character, of course. And we want it to be physical theater. Okay. So we're going to hit generate lesson. And once... It should work. There we go. And now once it's working its magic, and it is magic, what it's doing is it's curating a lesson for me. It's going to create a beautiful lesson from top to bottom, including a target or like an objective. It's going to have a description of the lesson. It's going to have a few lesson activities, and these lesson activities are curated from a library, and the library is chocked full of unique activities, from everything from traditional activities like zip zap zop to less warm-up based and more improv based. And it also has scene work, it has acting work, it has principles, it has vocal activities, physical activities. You can create with these activities. You can play with these activities. Oh, here's our lesson. Exploring status and characterization through Tableau. Beautiful. Has a nice little photo here. Students will develop an understanding of characterization and status dynamics by creating and performing tableau that illustrate comedic scenes and character traits. Intermediate theater. Yeah. Now, let's read our lesson before we do any edits. Comic strip, connected tableau. That's pretty good. I don't know if I do that as a warm-up, but we can quickly edit that. Let's go down to the main activity. Master Servant Commedia Lazzi Scene Workshop. Oh, that's fun. Now, if we want to learn more about the activity, we just click the card here, and it flips over, and it gives you a description and a lot of like insights to the activity. And let's go over them. We have description. In this progressive workshop, students build comedic scenes in the Commedia dell'arte tradition through structured improvisation. Working in pairs, one master, one servant, actors explore how status, urgency, hidden secrets, and escalation repetition generate physical and verbal lazzi, or comic routines. Each level of the workshop adds one new element, helping students discover comedy through honest behavior rather than writing jokes. This can be done as an improvisation or an improvisation to rehearsed workshop scene with written lines. That's great. Help actors recognize and create physical and verbal lazzi through improvisation. That's pretty good. I love that. We need open space. This is the procedure. Okay. Now, I want to get a little bit more detailed on how the procedure goes. So we're going to get to that in a second. We have skills. Recognize the mechanics of lazzi. Okay. Sustain a comedic or comic objective. Teaching tips. Oh, those are always really great. Encourage students to focus on honest behavior rather than scripted jokes. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be creating some physical moments here, which is great. So we're going to go a little bit longer here. Let's look. There's a little more. Explore additional levels of lazzi beyond the 10 outlined. Okay. Then what did you learn about the dynamics? Okay, so these are some reflection questions, which are always great in a classroom. Gets the students learning. We have some tags here. Now we're going to hit this Master Servant Comedic or Commedia Lexi Workshop. So we're going to click that. And what it does is it brings up slides. So every activity has slides. And you can teach right out from here. You can go over the activity with them. You can have this projected when you're doing the activity. All these slides have insights. They have how to do it. They have, as I said, insights or maybe some extra knowledge and some extra help. Okay, look at this. The servant is appetite in human form. So it kind of gives you an insight to what to do. I love it. Now, I made these slides. I know these slides, but I would take a little bit of time in your planning to learn the slides, to learn the activity, and you can do that through the slides or you can do that through the cards. So the library is pretty big. It's got 204 activities and scripts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search. If I wanted to, I can kind of discover an activity. If I didn't really want to look through the library, I can kind of hit this and get to a different activity. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write tableau. And I'm going to see, okay, so I have 9 activities. I want this one. So I'm going to add that. And I'm going to make this my main activity. Ooh, status chess. That's a really good one. Let's play status chess. So status chess explores how blocking actions, emotions, levels, spatial awareness, spatial ownership, and positioning affected character status without dialogue. I've used these activities in class before in some way, shape, or form. So I'm pretty familiar, but I'm playing it up so that you can kind of come along on this journey with me. All right. So we have status test, status chess, tableau. I'm going to add it, but I'm not going to make it. I'm going to make it the bridge. And I'm going to make comics true after that. Let's play Keep Up, Don't Be Last. So if I want to figure out what that is, click the card. A group awareness game. Students must observe the group and react quickly to physical prompts to avoid being last. Oh, this is fun. This is what I want to play. Gets us in our body. Of course, there's a resource. Every activity has slideshow. Don't be last. So I'm going to drag this down to warm up. And now we have our lesson. So I think it's a pretty good lesson. And then we're going to hit done editing. Now, if I wanted to, I can publish it. And then I can hit share link. So then this is your lesson. You can share with anybody. You can share it with your admin, your students. You can even hit a PDF. And when you hit the PDF, it looks like this. And it's really simplified. What I want to do now is I'm going to go back to my lesson notebook. And I'm going to put it in a folder. So I'm going to hit Drama 201, Commedia, move. Good. Now I'm going to go to calendar. Tomorrow is the 30th. Click that. 201. And then it was exploring status and characterization through Tableau. So there we go. Now, the reason why it's orange is because it's in my 201. I come to the calendar. I hit 30 because it's the 30th. And then I just hit play. I don't have to rummage around in my folders. I don't have to do anything else. Just go to my calendar, and here's my lesson. My lesson is ready to go. It's beautiful. For some of my Tableau, I might need some prompts. So I go over to the teacher toolbox, and I hit events, or I can hit character, since I'm working on characters. And we have like character traits, or we also have archetypes. So we can do a Tableau starting with a legendary pirate captain, or a princess, or a headless horseman, or a zombie, or a fairy. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna have to make groups so I can pick a student to help me out. And it makes this little cool animation, so it's fun for students to see their name come up. See if it comes Devin again. No, it's Kendrick. Then create groups. And I want students per group. I want 2. So created groups. And now I have colors for my groups too. We have a lesson. We have our lesson in the calendar. We can teach right out of the calendar, and we're ready to go. That's my lesson planning. Didn't take very long. I take a little extra time to read through the cards, but you don't have to. But I would familiarize yourself with each activity so when you're teaching. But this is what you should be spending your time on when you lesson plan. You should be learning the new activities, learning the activities, and going from there. You shouldn't have to take all of your time searching for an activity. All right. Well, this has been Drama Companion. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Paulie. And please like and subscribe. Please share. I know you hear it from everybody, but you really got to do it. It really helps. And I want more and more people to see the power of Juliet and the Drama Companion. All right. Thanks a lot.